Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind. Your daily boost. Tithi, Nakshatra and important anniversaries is spiritual and historical insight of 28 December 2024 Saturday. Bengali date 12 পৌষ 1431. As per Venimadopsil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Krishna Dadosi and up to 0134 hours and after that Krishna Troyodosi. Today is Nakshatra, Anuradha Nakshatra and up to 2217 hours and after that Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Today is 363rd day of the year. There are then 3 days left in 2024. Today is 52nd Saturday of 2024. Today is death anniversary of Swami Advaitananda, 28th August 1828 to 28 December 1909. Swami Advaitananda, one of the direct disciples of Ramakrishna, a Hindu saint from Bengal in the late 19th century, was also known as Buro Gopal or the aged Gopal. He was older than Ramakrishna and took monastic vows at an advanced age. He played a crucial role during the early years of Ramakrishna mission. Today is death anniversary of Sri Panchanan Bhattacharya, 12th November 1853 to 28 December 1919. Panchanan Bhattacharya was a disciple of the Indian yogi Lahiri Mahasaya. He was the first disciple to be authorized by Lahiri Mahasaya to initiate others into Kriya Yoga and helped to spread Lahiri Mahasaya's teachings in Bengal through his Arya Mission institution. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, 28 December 1932 to 6 July 2002. Dhiraj Hirachand Dhirubhai Ambani was an Indian billionaire businessman who founded Reliance Industries in 1958. Ambani took Reliance public in 1977. In 2016, he was honored posthumously with the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor, for his contributions to trade and industry. Ambani faced numerous accusations of market manipulation, tax evasion, and cronyism. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Farooq Sheikh, 25th March 1948 to 28 December 2013. Farooq Sheikh was an Indian actor, philanthropist, and television presenter. He was best known for his work in Hindi films from 1973 to 1993 and for his work in television between 1988 and 2002. He returned to acting in films in 2008 and continued to do so until his death on 28 December 2013. His major contribution was in parallel cinema or the New Indian cinema. He worked with directors like Satyajit Ray, Sai Paranjape, Muzaffar Ali, Rishikesh Mukherjee, Ayan Mukherjee, and Ketan Mehta. He acted in serials and shows on television and performed on stage in productions such as Tumhari Amrita, 1992, alongside Shabana Azmi, directed by Firoz Abbas Khan, and presented the TV show Jina Isi Ka Naam Hai, Season 1. He won the 2010 National Film Award for Best Supporting Actor for Lahore. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Ratan Tata, 28 December 1937 to 9th October 2024. Ratan Naval Tata was an Indian industrialist and philanthropist. He served as the chairman of Tata Group and Tata Sons from 1991 to 2012, and he held the position of interim chairman from October 2016 to February 2017. In 2000, he received the Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian honor in India, followed by the Padma Vibhushan, the country's second highest civilian honor in 2008. Ratan Tata was the son of Naval Tata, who was adopted by Ratanji Tata, son of Jamshedji Tata, founder of the Tata Group. He graduated from Cornell University College of Architecture with a bachelor's degree in architecture. He had also attended the Harvard Business School (HBS) Advanced Management Program in 1975. He joined the Tata Group in 1962, starting on the shop floor of Tata Steel. He later succeeded J.R.D. Tata as chairman of Tata Sons upon the latter's retirement in 1991. During his tenure, the Tata Group acquired Tetley, Jaguar Land Rover, and Coras in an attempt to turn Tata from a largely India-centric group into a global business. Throughout his life, Tata invested in over 40 startups, primarily in a personal capacity, with additional investments through his firm R&T Capital Advisors. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Thomas Woodrow Wilson, 28 December 1856 to 3rd February 1924. Thomas Woodrow Wilson was the 28th President of the United States, serving from 1913 to 1921. He was the only Democrat to serve as President during the Progressive Era when Republicans dominated the presidency and legislative branches. As President, Wilson changed the nation's economic policies and led the United States into World War I. He was the leading architect of the League of Nations, and his stance on foreign policy came to be known as Wilsonism. Born in Staunton, Virginia, Wilson grew up in southern United States during the American Civil War and Reconstruction era. After earning a PhD in history and political sciences from Johns Hopkins University, Wilson taught at several colleges prior to being appointed president of Princeton University, where he emerged as prominent spokesman for progressivism in higher education. Wilson served as governor of New Jersey from 1911 to 1913, during which he broke with party bosses and won the passage of several progressive reforms. In the 1912 presidential election, Wilson defeated incumbent Republican William Howard Taft and third-party nominee Theodore Roosevelt, becoming the first Southerner to win the presidency since 1848. During his first year as president, Wilson authorized the widespread imposition of segregation inside the federal bureaucracy, and his opposition to women's suffrage drew protests. His first term was largely devoted to pursuing passage of his progressive New Freedom domestic agenda. His first major priority was the Revenue Act of 1913, which began the modern income tax, and the Federal Reserve Act, which created the Federal Reserve System. At the outbreak of World War I in 1914, the US declared neutrality as Wilson tried to negotiate a peace between the Allied and the Central Powers. Wilson was narrowly re-elected in the 1916 election, defeating Republican nominee Charles Evans Hughes. In April 1917, Wilson asked Congress for a declaration of war against Germany in response to its policy of unrestricted submarine warfare that sank American merchant ships. Wilson concentrated on diplomacy, issuing the 14 points that the Allies and Germany accepted as a basis for post-war peace. He wanted the off-year elections of 1918 to be a referendum endorsing his policies, but instead the Republicans took control of Congress after the Allied victory in November 1918. Wilson attended the Paris Peace Conference. Wilson successfully advocated for the establishment of a multinational organization, the League of Nations, which was incorporated into the Treaty of Versailles that he signed, but back home he rejected a Republican compromise that would have allowed the Senate to ratify the Versailles Treaty and join the League. Wilson had intended to seek a third term in office but had a stroke in October 1919 that left him incapacitated. His wife and his physician controlled Wilson, and no significant decisions were made. Meanwhile, his policies alienated German and Irish American Democrats, and the Republicans won a landslide in the 1920 presidential election. In February 1924, he died at age 67. In recent history, some historians have criticized Wilson for supporting racial segregation and expanding the federal government, though others have praised his weakening the power of large corporations and have credited him for establishing modern liberalism. Historians rank Wilson as an above average president. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1919. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Carey B. Mullis, 28 December 1944 to 7th August 2019. Carey Banks Mullis was an American biochemist. In recognition of his role in the invention of the polymerase chain reaction (PCR) technique, he shared the 1993 Nobel Prize in Chemistry with Michael Smith and was awarded the Japan Prize in the same year. PCR became a central technique in biochemistry and molecular biology, described by the New York Times as highly original and significant, virtually dividing biology into the two epochs of before PCR and after PCR. Mullis downplayed humans' role in climate change, expressed doubt that HIV is the cause of AIDS, and professed a belief in astrology and the paranormal. Mullis' unscientific statements about topics outside his area of expertise have been named by skeptical inquirers as an instance of novel disease. Thank you very much for your patience.